Why you don't be
Hey, what's good, guys? It's your boy G-Marks TV coming back with a brand new video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Of course, I'm doing the episode recap and review of Power Books Season 3, and this is episode number 5. So you guys know how we do on this channel. I give you guys a recap, then I give you guys a review. So let's get straight to it. It starts off with Jenny questioning Monet about the murder of Detective Whitman. So she is just suspicious. She's looking at her like, yo, she's not buying that this was just a break-in. But Monet, she's just playing it off, lying her ass off. And Davis made sure she did not mess up. Davis later tells her that, hey, watch your back because now it's hot. Now it's heat on you. Tariq gets a text from Monet to find out where the IG was at the night when Zeke was killed. So later on, he finds out the guy was in the yard, so there's no way he killed Zeke. So later on, Monet asks Kane where did he get the information from, and Kane tells her that it was from Lorenzo. Kane later tells Lorenzo, hey, you should tell Monet what's going on because she's slowly figuring things out. And he says that, hey, that's not going to work. RSJ invites Tariq to Italy on a business trip, and Lucas does not want him to go, but of course, Reek speaks Italian, and he can help them translate what the Italians are saying. So that gave him the advantage right there to go on the trip. So he even asks RSJ if he could bring Effie, and he says sure. While heading on the trip, Brayden drops his phone, and Kiki picks up the phone and she sees that he's been getting a whole bunch of transactions from Bitcoin. So that makes her suspicious, and that's definitely going to play a part of possibly her getting killed. Drew starts messing around with Gordo, which we knew was going to happen. So after they messed around, they find out about the CI that got shot and survived. So they end up going to the hospital to take him out, but instead they end up getting his phone after bribing the person at the front desk. The whole building was filled with feds. It's really crazy how they got away with it. But they ended up deleting all the pictures of Lorenzo and Kane out of the phone. Monet then goes to Evelyn, and Monet lies and tells her that Lorenzo was the one that put a hit out on Frank after finding out that he's a snitch. But of course, we know Lorenzo had nothing to do with it. It was actually Kane that actually killed Frank. So, yeah, Monet's basically setting them up. She knows that he killed Zeke. RSJ, Kiki, and Reek, they exposed the company of the tech issues that they've been having, and now they want 20% profit. So RSJ tells them that they have 24 hours to respond. Great chess move on their part. Reek and Effie, they have a nice date in Italy, enjoying the scene. They're talking about the future life. Like, Reek is really into Effie. You can see it. So Norma and Opie, they end up popping up and basically ask them like, hey, you really thought that you guys were going to be in Italy and we wasn't going to know about it? We got another thing coming. So Norma ends up using them to get into her ex's party, and they want them to steal this listening device that they planted a while ago. So at the event, it's a real poppin' event. It's Brayden, it's Tariq, it's RSJ, and the event's really cool. So they end up looking for the device. So Brayden gets caught looking for the device after he finds the device. Then after that, Effie gets caught, but she was able to flirt her way out. Later on, Brayden gets his whipped, like really whipped. But to be honest, it's a real fake scene. He doesn't look bruised, the hits don't look real, he's not cut up, he's not bleeding. It was a real whack, corny scene, to be honest with you. But they looked him up and they seen his family. Of course, his family is rich as hell, and they seen that he has a drug dealing past with Course Connect. Lorenzo ends up telling Diane that, hey, you don't worry about the drugs no more, just focus on school, everything's gonna be alright. He ends up telling her his story about how he ended up selling drugs. Basically, he wanted to be a baseball player, but that did not work out, which was really a nice scene. I like the fact that they really made him human. They really did not make him look like a monster. Like, you can tell he was really on the right path. You can tell that he really had good intentions for his family. So later on, he ends up telling Monet how he killed Zeke and how it was an accident. Big ass mistake. She goes crazy. She starts hitting him. She starts like losing it. So he tells her that, hey, you're the one that, you know, it's kind of your fault too. This man really tried to share the blame and said, yo, it was kind of your fault too because you brought him into the life. You didn't prepare him for it. You just brought his into the life. That was not a good idea. So she throws a mug at him. She's going crazy. She said, yo, I need your
to leave New York City. I need you out of here. Like, she kicks his out of the house, which we knew was gonna happen. We knew that she was not gonna take this lightly, even though she done set his ass up already. We knew that, yeah, if he tells, it was not gonna be a good idea. So Saxe tells Davis that his brother is getting out, so of course Davis is happy as hell. And he's like, yo, let's go tell him. And Saxe is like, well, he has a whole bunch of work to do. It will make more sense for him to go do it. So after Davis's leave, not even 2 minutes, not even 1 minute, he ends up snooping around and he sees a copy of a file that was from Whitman's house. So you know this is not a good idea. You know this looks really, really bad, because as he's snooping around, one of the employees there, which is a female, she ends up seeing that Saxe is actually snooping around. So she makes a phone call, but you can see it in the background. You don't really see it that much. You just see it in the background. You have to actually look to see that. So I feel like this is going to over Cooper Saxe. Tariq meets up to get Braden, and they just have him up. So Reek tries to exchange the device for Braden, but of course that's not how it works. They put the gun to Tariq's head. It looks like they're about to kill everybody. So as that happens, Norma and Opie, they end up killing all of the guys. So Norma ends up taking over the whole business and said that the trial is up. Tariq is smarter than she actually thought he was, and they are good to go. So it turns out that Effie had a picture of Norma and Fresco, and they had a daughter in the picture. So Effie said the best thing they should do is find out where the daughter is, and that will be Norma's weakness. So that will be a way that they can basically get Norma off their. Saxe ends up following Jenny after being consistently annoyed by her, which is really stupid, because the man is your CI and he's calling you and he's texting you, especially since you're not nobody else. Why would you ignore the man calls? Why would you ignore his text messages? It made no sense. This is your CI. Like, come on now. Because he was so excited to show about that damn file. So he ends up following her to the spot that Lauren is at. Jenny goes in. He comes out after Jenny comes out. And he's just like, yo, what the hell is going on? Like, who is in here? Like, why are you ignoring my calls? What the f are you doing? So she basically tells him, like, yo, it's none of your business. Why you following me? Basically off. And he basically says, like, yo, we're done. I'm done with you. And she looks like she doesn't give two shits that they are finished. So right after that, Lauren comes out and he sees that Lauren is there and he is shot to death. So the guards, they try to get him out of there, of course. So the guards, they end up escorting him out. They end up escorting him off the property. And he ends up telling Lauren, like, hey, Tariq had nothing to do with this. She can't legally hold you here. Like, he loves you. I seen his reaction when I told him that you were dead. It was a real touching scene. I'm more convinced that Cooper Saxe is definitely going to die this season, because he earned his death for this one. Like, you really stuck your nose in the business. Like, yeah. So after that happens, Lauren texts Tariq and tells him to meet her outside of campus. So Tariq, which is a real stupid thing, because I'm just like, dude, you don't know who's texting you. You don't have your gun. You don't have anything. This is a real dumb scene, but it's like in the middle of the night, probably like 12 or 1 o'clock in the morning. He goes not knowing who the hell texted him that, and it's Lauren. Lauren is in all black with a hoodie on, and he is shot to death. The acting in this part was very, very, very good on everybody's side. He's shocked, he doesn't know what the hell is going on, and she's like, you try to kill me? And he's just like, yo, why the hell did I try to kill you? Like, where the hell have you been? Why would I do that? Like, you know I cared about you. Like, she just basically tells the feds is after you, and not just your feds is after you, your friends is after you too. He basically spills the beans and says how Braden and Effie basically tried to kill her. She lets him know it's not a good idea. Do not let anyone know that I'm alive, because they're not supposed to know I'm alive. She actually has box cutters, and she's threatening them with the box cutters to basically do not come near her. Really good scene. I love the writing. I just don't like the fact that Reek did not know who the hell it was, and he came out there unarmed with anything. That was just stupid. It's the end of the episode now, and Lorenzo tries to get a spare tire. And as he's trying to get the spare tire for his car, Gordo ends up slitting his throat in front of Zeke's memorial. I'm just like, damn, what a way to go out. It's a really nasty scene. Lorenzo's bleeding, and a nice clean outfit he had on. That's how the episode ended.
So that was the end of the episode, guys. I would say that I loved this episode, even though it was very, very freaking predictable. I would give it a solid 9. So I definitely, even though I feel like it's gonna come back to bite her in the ass, I like the fact that Monet set up Lorenzo, gave Lorenzo the blame for Uncle Frank's death, even though we know he didn't do this. But I loved how she set him up. She didn't get her hands dirty, so I found that to be really cool. She didn't make Kane kill him. She didn't make Diane kill him. Drew, no. She made somebody outside the family kill him. The fact that they went to Italy, that is crazy. And Power Book history is just like, they don't go away. They usually don't go away. They've been to Miami. They've been to certain places, but the fact that they really went to Italy, which could be fake, it might not actually be Italy, but I love the fact that they really took the show to another level. The fact that they really did some 007 type mission, I find that to be really dope. But they was looking for the device, that was really cool. I thought the Italians died too freaking easy, but it's all good. I did not like the scene where they was beating Brayden's. Like, that was a really dumb ass scene, cause I'm just like, you mean to tell me that this guy is stripped naked, butt naked. You guys are hitting him. First of all, his don't look real. That's number one. Number two, his acting was not good. Usually he's a good actor, but his acting there was not good at all. Did not like the fact that, yo, after they whipped this, he wasn't really bruised up. I'm like, are you serious? You gave a guy a beating, tied up, naked, just his drawers on, and there's no bruises? Huh? Another thing I found to be really stupid was the fact that Saxe gave the information to Jenny, and then she starts ignoring him. I'm like, why would you ignore him if he just gave you some good, valuable information? Like, that's dumb. Like, they made her character become dumb all of a sudden. I would understand if she was somebody else. I would get that if she starts ignoring him. Like, they could have made it to where she's banging somebody and he called or he texts and she just ignored him. That wasn't the case. She was just out and about. That was stupid. Then the fact that he followed her and he seen Lauren how he did, I was just like, who wrote this shit? Like, that part was just dumb. Like, you mean to tell me they had all the security? Usually they have a lot of security. They had one security guard this time, and the others, I don't know what the hell they were. And he got to even go there, so that means anybody could have followed her. Kane could have followed her. Tyreek could have followed her. Anybody could have followed her and found Lauren. But definitely like the way they ended Lorenzo's character. Like, the fact that his throat got slashed, it wasn't a shoot, it wasn't a shot, a strangle, or nothing like that. They really cut his throat. That was crazy. The fact that they had him gargling and it's just like he can't catch his breath. Like, he really took his last breath. That was crazy. I loved it. Great chess move on Monet's part. Like, that's crazy how this man died. So definitely tell me what you guys think about the episode. Make sure you guys leave a comment down below. Thank you for the love and support. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe as I'm bringing you videos every single week. Love you guys. Thank you guys. It's your boy G Marcus TV signing off.
Got it. That's a wrap.